One of the most significant housing stories in the past year has slipped under the radar of news media with very little commentary. The latest official data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics shows that it now costs over $530,000 to build the average house in this country. That's the cost of construction of the dwelling, and it doesn't include the land price. Now, given that the price of residential land is also escalating to record price levels, the reality is that the typical house and land package in a capital city is now beyond the reach of most young buyers. And this, in simple terms, is the essence of the housing affordability problem that has created a national crisis. Australia needs to build more homes, a lot more than the industry is currently able to build, but the obscenely high cost of building both houses and apartments is the single biggest barrier to achieving it. The latest ABS figures tell a very sad story. They show that the nation in 2024 fell 70,000 home approvals short of the target set to fix the housing crisis, and that home building costs have hit a grim new record high. Latest Australian Bureau of Statistics figures show that there were 170,000 homes approved in 2024, the second worst annual figure since 2012, with experts warning that government efforts to address the housing crisis so far have failed to make a difference. And affordability is getting worse, with the average cost of building a new house in Australia surpassing $500,000 for the first time in December, according to ABS data, made worse by new requirements for sustainable builds. Making a bad situation worse, considerably worse in fact, is the soaring cost of home sites. The Housing Industry Association says that surging land values are problematic for the struggling development sector, which is already battling soaring labour and materials costs. Extreme housing block costs have also coincided with falling prices for established houses, making a significant premium on brand new homes a hard sell for builders. Housing Industry Association figures show that the median price of land across Greater Sydney now stands at $2,000 per square metre. That means that even a tiny 300 square metre block of land costs $600,000. Now, land prices are less but still very expensive in Melbourne, where that small block costs $320,000, and it's similar in both Perth and Brisbane. But that 300 square metre block is below the normal block size. In Sydney, the median lot price is actually $710,000 compared to around $400,000 in both Melbourne and Brisbane. Now, add on the typical cost of building a new home, and it makes a new house and land package well over $900,000 in Brisbane and Melbourne, and around $1.2 million in Sydney. Housing Industry Association economist Maurice Tapang said the dramatic extra costs of buying land and building versus buying established homes could squash demand for new homes. Tapang said the price of land was now the biggest constraint on new building construction in Australia's capital cities. And PropTrack economist Paul Ryan said it's becoming increasingly hard to make new housing equations stack up. There's lots of choice of established homes, and the prices have gotten relatively more attractive compared to new homes, and that's something we've heard from a lot of developers. The latest HIA CoreLogic residential land report shows that the median price for a capital city lot increased by 9.2% in the September quarter to reach $408,160 compared to a year earlier. And Tapang said land prices have risen 3 times faster than the rate of growth in the Consumer Price Index and 5 times faster than the growth in the cost of home building materials as measured by the Producer Price Index for the September quarter in 2024. At the same time, the cost of building a house now averages $537,000 nationally, according to the ABS, following the hyperinflation of construction costs since the pandemic. Add those two figures together, the median lot price and the average cost of building a house, and you have a grand total of $945,160. And that, in one sentence, is the affordability issue. But I haven't heard a single politician in Australia at any level suggest a policy to deal with this ridiculously high cost for new homes. And it begs the question, are politicians in government around Australia even aware that the cost of a new house on land is getting scarily close to $1 million?